let's talk about the top weight. It's the 240. This is the Cheltenham annual members novices chase at 240. 3 runners. Quite an interesting little race though, Catherine, and let's start with Rebel Fitz.
Yeah, all over Rebel Fitz. I know he's pretty prohibitive price. He's been busy through the summer, obviously culminating in the Grade 3 win at Tipperary. Gets his first taste of the Cheltenham fences here, obviously with a view to taking on either the Arkle or the Jewson at the festival. I think the plan is come here, then he's going to have sort of a break before he builds into the campaign to go on to the festival. He's on a mark of 152. Beneficent sort of won the Jewson this year off a mark of 147. I just think this horse, I think you're looking at a possible festival winner here.
Sandy?
It's interesting. Tarquin de Sil for me. It was a facile winner of the Cheltenham Hurdle at Newbury on heavy ground. The horse has got pronounced knee action and suggested that he needs heavy ground. I'm not so sure though, and I've read comments from John Joe that he can handle better ground. He did disappoint in the Neptune. He was still there 2 out and he just seemed to fade away. There's an interesting stat actually from Cheltenham Hurdle winners. There's been 14 horses that have won the Cheltenham Hurdle, have gone on to the Neptune, and all have been beaten.
Yeah.
So for the stats lot, that's an interesting thing.
Luke, you're going to have to be quite quick on this one.
Yeah, I think Rebel Fitz is the class act in the field. I mean, there's only 3 runners, but I think Rebel Fitz is the festival winner.
Okay, well it's 2 against 2. You're going with Rebel Fitz, Catherine?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so is Luke, is agreeing with you again. And me and Sandy agree on this. I think Tarquin de Sil, and I think the first time to catch the horse might be first time out.
Yeah, he's 11 to 4 as well. He's good value. Another thing quickly, McCoy did make a quote that he's one of the best for his age. The actual quote was, he's up there with the best of his age that I've ever been associated with.
That was last year.
It was last year.
Let's talk about the 315 at Cheltenham, the Potemps Network Handicap Hurdle Series qualifier. Now, this is a very, very competitive race. I mean, is there a horse that that you wanted to start on? I mean, we've got Rare Bob or Quillington for you, Catherine. Which one do you want to sort of dwell on a bit?
That's not my main selection, Pete.
Okay. If Sandy would have told me your main selection, I would have started with that. But there you go. So what is your main...
Blame me then, why don't you?
Main selection, Pete, would be Trackmate.
Of course.
Yeah, the only worry is if we get a lot of rain overnight in the morning, we don't want the ground too soft for him. Also, there's the question mark, will he handle Cheltenham? I've seen Trackmate a lot over the summer. Saw him today, he looks $1 million. He's filled out a lot since his impressive Aintree win. He's beaten both So Fine and On the Bridge. If this fella, he's only tiny, if he handles the terrain, if the ground's not too soft, he's in there with the right chance. I will just touch on Rare Bob. Obviously, he is a bit of a class act. He's 11 years old. This was actually 5th in the Grand National. I think the fact that he's only trading at about 9 to 1 in the market at the moment is speaking a lot. Desi Hughes obviously won the race last year. Quillington, I think, is interesting. Took a horrendous fall over fences at Newton Abbot last time out. Reverts back to the smaller obstacles here, and I think he's pretty interesting off 10-7.
Sandy?
I've gone for a horse that has got a bit of a mind of his own, and he's a lightly raced 10-year-old called Postle. Chock Thornton takes the ride for the first time. He's hard to catch right, there's no doubt about it. As I said, he's quite lightly raced though, and he ran well in April, finishing, I think it was 5th behind Big Easy, and he shows so much more potential, Postle, that he sort of comes there and he gets outpaced and stays on. I think he's about 25 to 1 tomorrow, and he's off what is near his lowest handicap hurdle mark.
Luke?
I hate myself for it, but I'm going to go for the favourite, Captain Sunshine.
Don't hate yourself for it.
Ultimate, an ultimate clip.